Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm here in Davenport, California. Last day here. We got our little Airbnb right there. Pretty bitchin' setup, man. I have to like get super fired up about it. Let me get the camera back in action there. So I've been up here for like 5 days. Airbnb. First experience with Airbnb. Super positive, man. Got a cool little bitchin' cottage here right on Davenport overlooking the ocean. Centrally located for all the surfing and stuff. The organic berry farm just up the street so the hologram can go hiking. But that's not why I'm making this video. I'm making this video about the gratitude I have for the situation with my back. You know, a lot of you who have been following my YouTube know about 6 months ago, I could barely walk. I was laying on the floor. I remember I made that first video where I was gonna walk every day to my little overlook for 30 days, which really began a journey. But my back had been injured for about a year before that, and what had happened is all my muscles had atrophied and I was in really bad shape. And in that process of taking one step at a time, I found Dr. Kim, and Dr. Kim began like a true rehab with me. And you know, along the way, I wasn't so sure. You know, you just don't know you're making progress when you're in the middle of something. And here I am, like 6 months later, and I can surf again. I haven't tried skateboarding yet. You know, I'm still a little mentally nervous, but the last 3 days of surfing up here in Santa Cruz, you know, I've put it to the test, and I officially can surf again. And now it's to the point where I'm not thinking about that much. I get a little bit stiff, but what I'm getting at is, even up till recently, I didn't truly understand what getting better was. And what I mean by that is, I've never really had to overcome something like this in my lifetime. You know, yeah, I've been hurt and sick and overcome obstacles, but this, like, rehabbing my back was such a mental exercise as much as it was a physical exercise. Because when I was really got that MRI back 6 months ago, and it was like, did you have a bulging disc? And, you know, everybody's telling me 50 different ways to like do it and get surgery, don't get surgery. A lot of like, I don't know, conflicting information, right? But I'm laying there like hurt. I can't do anything. And so I had to just turn it over to my spiritual source, God, and go, okay, God, what are we doing? Dude, how are we gonna overcome this situation? And of course, the right people showed up, and Dr. Kim showed up, right? And it's, you know, the way it was it was all about breaking up the muscles and beginning a program of physical therapies, basically. And during the journey, like, it was a struggle. Like, it's been a struggle to get back to this place. And now that I'm here, I'm like, whoa, I had no idea. And I think I approach life, and especially surfing, a lot differently. Like, I got a comment from someone on one of my last videos about, you know, because, you know, I struggle with surfing on a spiritual level. And so here I am, you know, I've really, because I was physically challenged and unable to truly participate. When I would go out and surf, I had to approach it in a completely different way, which was a way of one wave at a time, right? Like I would paddle out and I would just be super grateful to get like one wave and actually be able to kind of surf it. And I couldn't even really surf that well. And so here I am, the first major test was the last couple days, and I can get all the waves I want. I can get myself in and out of some pretty tricky situations. But I think the overriding experience now is coming from a place of gratitude. So I'm not, what's the word, man? I'm not all like lamed out about it. I'm definitely a lot more like, oh, okay, this is cool. I should be super thankful for what I got, because I didn't have anything going that long ago. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't, like I just got to go back to that place. It's sort of like recovering from drugs and alcohol, man. That, you know, they say the most important day you have is the last day you were loaded and the day you're in. And I can get behind that vibe. Like I gotta remember where I was 6 months ago, laying on my floor in excruciating pain, unable to walk, you know, out to the deck. You know, more or less think about paddling out in a double overhead surf and that whole thing. So here I am, you know, like I'm super grateful, and I paddle out now not with like the, oh, I gotta get away, but more just like, thank you, God, for allowing me to be in this experience, like be in the ocean. I mean, truly understand, like I couldn't like even paddle out without the pain being unmanageable. It was so radical. And so here I am, looking for surf this morning, man. I'm out looking for waves. I'm gonna go paddle out, and that's super rad, man. I'm super stoked about that, because I was not, none of that was an option. And I gotta say, it's like, if you don't know, like your quality of life is so radically diminished when you're in pain, like that kind of back pain. Like just like doing the dishes sucked, like doing everything sucked, because I couldn't like stand straight. I was always in pain. I was hunched over, and now I'm back, and I think like I just always got to remember that I can't just take it for granted and stop doing my exercises and stop stretching and stop doing what I've been doing. Like it's like a daily maintenance thing to like remain fit. It really is. And so here I am coming into the new year. Been a little quiet on the YouTube front. You know, YouTube's going through a lot of changes. Everything's going through a lot of changes. I'm not exactly excited about the new way YouTube is working with the censorship, and I don't know, man. That doesn't get me stoked. Like, ooh. But then again, right, that's coming from a place of like, I've made some achievements on YouTube. I got to remember the first time I ever pushed the button with no intent other than to like make some goofy video sitting in my old trailer, right? So if I take it just like everything else, if I take it back to the beginning, oh, super grateful I have this platform, and anyone's even watching me talk about being grateful for my back, right? So anyway, this is The Illusion. It's, you know, I just wanted to send a positive message, and remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I'm experiencing it. I never truly understood what that meant till this back experience, and it was literally like one step at a time. And there was a lot of time in the middle here where I just didn't know which way it was gonna go. But now that I'm on the other side of it all, I'm like, wow, man, that is, it's no different than going to the moon, baby. Like, I've been to the moon, man. Anyways, the illusion out. Have a beautiful day, man.